If 10 years ago, someone had said to you, you're going to go back to Paris, Missouri to take care of your mother, what would you have said?
I would have said, what other tragic thing can happen to me on this planet?
For 25 years, George Hodgman was one of the publishing industry's top book and magazine editors.
Do you feel like you're really far away from New York?
Yeah, I do.
But 5 years ago, he found himself back in his hometown of Paris, Missouri,
I gotcha. I gotcha.
taking care of his widowed mother, Betty.
I've had this terrible fear all my life that I couldn't do this. I was an only child. I was going to be alone with this. And it involved all kinds of things that made me terribly uncomfortable. Taking over my mother's taxes. I can barely do my own taxes. You know, I thought the Medicare donut hole was a breakfast special for seniors.
At first, he thought of it more as a visit.
Okay.
Then weeks became months, months became years, and life came down to casseroles.
I had to come up with 3 meals a day. I was like, how do they know all these things to make? Because I'm down to Jell-O and tuna fish casserole with potato chips on it, and maybe I'll buy barbecued potato chips because maybe that would like throw a new kind of zesty thing into it. We have all the medicine, and we have bridge on May 20th.
He began to write for therapy.
Even though she's old, I think she's more beautiful than ever, softer. It was a way to not feel sad and kind of get it out of my head.
The writing became a book, Bettyville, a best-selling memoir.
When dealing with older women, a trip to the hairdresser and 2 Bloody Marys goes further than any prescription drug. I was able to write the book because I didn't hear New York talking to me. If I had gone to them and said, I want to write this book about a fat man and his 90-year-old mother, I mean, I would have been laughed at. Good.
This one?
Yeah.
The book is about Betty and George, but it's also about George coming to terms with the town where he was raised.
I thought of this place as kind of church territory, and as a gay person, I was not so comfortable.
You thought of this as, that's my past.
Yeah, that's my past, and it's not my world.
Coming home meant driving along those old familiar roads.
Tulips. See the tulips?
Yeah. Oh, they're pretty.
My entire summation of my mother is this woman with dyed blonde hair and a Kent cigarette and racing that car to meet the school bus and with us kind of singing along with this pop music.
Betty played the piano at her church for years, and she kept on playing even when dementia clouded her mind and her fingers began to fumble.
I don't expect that she'll play for church again because the last time she played for church, she dropped her music on the floor and uttered a word that one probably should not utter during a church service.
Starts with?
It starts with God and it ends with damn it. Guess what's here?
George says he's no martyr. He came home for one simple reason.
I came back here because I like her. I just like her.
Both of you are funny. Do you laugh around the house, both of you?
A lot. We do.
Is there a favorite book you've read in the last year?
My favorite. I think I like Truman.
Books about American history are fine, but her guilty pleasure?
The Secret Confessions of Ava Gardner.
It's the most vulgar book I ever read. It is.
Ava Gardner's Secret Confessions.
But you enjoyed it.
She eats half a grapefruit every morning.
George has come to appreciate the people of Paris as never before.
And you write about kindness now, fresh cut flowers in your mailbox.
I think those gestures that say, I'm here for you, I'm seeing you, I'm seeing your struggle. It sounds cliche, but it's not.
What did you think of everybody thinking of you as a celebrity?
I'm not a celebrity.
You're not a celebrity?
You're a mother of one.
Yes, Betty's son George has become quite the man about town.
I never fancied myself an expert caregiver. I still don't. But suddenly I'm like the Mick Jagger of elder care.
When we visited with George, his biggest worry was that Betty was worried about him.
I think my mother has this feeling that I'm here taking care of her and that I'm in a kind of retreat. And I would like her to come to terms with the fact that she has produced somebody who really cares about her. And I would like for her to wind up feeling that I was happy.
Betty Hodgman died a few months after our visit,
You did so good.
just shy of her 93rd birthday. But she lives on in her son's loving memoir. And George Hodgman still lives in Paris, Missouri, a place he now calls home.